Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for today's continuous discussion on Harinam Cintamani, the nectarian of chanting the holy name. All right. So before we start, let's do our invocation prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttaparakamanam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagarajadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sujeevam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidam Cha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasachristarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhana Vidavidaitai Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Viknanadayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jwala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastate Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruda Pasidanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Bhujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupai Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestam Nidasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhauma Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Ancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Paditanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Garadasi Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Surupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kantarada Kantanamustute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustiri Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Vishnupada Krishna Prishthaputali Srimati Jayapataka Swamiti Namini Namacharya Padai Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakada Damadaya Nagara Matarine Hari Om Tatsat Hare Krishna. So I'm so excited to see all of you today. So today is all right. Okay. So today is 12th January 2026, Monday morning. We have gathered here for our regular class on Harinam Cintamani. So today we're going to continue our discussion on chapter 3. But before that, I would like to offer my gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us today. And Samsung SMA175F. I'm still wondering your name. All right. Are you Mr. Gunasegaran? Are you Mr. Gunasegaran? Okay. I think he only can hear, but he's saying, okay. Anyway, so thank you. Thank you so much for joining us for today's session. And I'm also grateful to Rajadan Prabhu for giving a fantastic takeaway. He basically heard the class again. He went back, he heard the class, and he made a summary, the entire summary of what you have heard in that class. I'm very grateful to you. I'm very happy that you are taking up this spiritual life very seriously. Okay, and I hope that you also are chanting. I hope everyone here have got a chanting bag and beads with you. If you don't have anything that have 108, you can take up and start chanting. All right, because the idea about this holy name chanting is studying this book is to encourage you to chant. Yesterday, day before yesterday, we studied about varieties of chanting. All right. First, we start with Namabhasa, or offensive state of chanting. Okay, offensive state or offensive state to clearing. Even Namabhasa, it can be very auspicious, even though we are not doing it properly. And then also, we also did a summary about what is the worst kind of offense that can hinder a person from chanting further. That is Nama Aparat, offending a devotee and all that. There got 10 kind of aparat. All right. Up Radha. Radha means mercy, devotion. Up means against, non. All right. So we have to be very careful of this aparat. All right. So today we're going to start chapter 3. I hope that you all have got a book with you. Mangala Rukmani Mataji, have you got a book from Kiev yesterday?
Prabhu, they don't have. So I have to go and do the PDF. I have to go and what do you call to print out lah.
Exactly, because this book is very rare. It's very rare that because as I said, this is a very important book, and basically it is not so popular. All right, and I've got it somewhere quite some time back, many years ago. Right, so it's not easy. That's why I've sent a PDF copy for all of you to print out. You must have that PDF copy. Okay, now who don't have that book? You can put a thumbs up. Who don't have that book? Okay, I should say, who have the book? Who have this copy with you? Can you put a thumbs up? Okay, Nagarajan Chalaya, you have the book. Okay, great. That means you have copied out. Okay, Skandarajan Prabhu, you have that book.
I have the book, Prabhu.
Yes, you have. And Wing, your laughter means what? You have the book or you don't have the book?
I have the book.
Oh, then why you laugh? Ecstatic laugh. I think you clicked the wrong icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Charan Lakshmi Mataji, I think you have the book. Rajendran Prabhu, I think you have got the book. And Mangala Rukmini Mataji, okay, you're going to print. How about you, Purna Rukmini Mataji? Do you have the book? Okay.
No, Prabhu.
You don't have the book. Okay, now I've sent you the PDF copy. Patingla.
No, Prabhu.
I shared in the group.
Okay, I'll check, Prabhu.
I shared in the group. Please go and print out. It is a must-have book. Okay. Nagarajan Chalaya Prabhu, you raised your hand. You want to say something?
So just to inform that I got the book.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure.
Thank you.
All right. So you must have this book. It's a very important book, and you have to keep it. And whenever you will see some challenges or whatever, you have to go on referring back to this book. Right? It's a very important book. That's why I shared the PDF copy. And those who are watching online, if you need that copy, you can also connect to me. All right. You can even put a maybe I also should share it in the YouTube channel. Right. So you must have that book. Okay. Today we're going to go into chapter 3. All right. The important topic we're going to discuss on Namabhasa. What is Namabhasa? All right. So we're going to go into that study now. Gadai Gauranga Jaya Janava Jivana Sita Dvaita Jaya Srivasari Bhakta Jana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercifully lifted Haridas up. Why? Haridas Thakur was crying. He was in great ecstasy. He was under great prema. You know, he fell at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he started crying. So what happened? Haridas Thakur lifted him up with his own hands and said, "Listen, Haridas, to my words. Now explain in detail." The word that we should underline here is explain in detail. So now what you're going to study now, you're going to study the detail, all right? It's not going to be a what they call a overview. It's going to be a detail. All right. So what detail he asked to say? The meaning of Namabhasa. Right. So we as a chanting, we are the practitioner, we should always know how we chant and where do we stand. So now he's telling, give me the meaning of Namabhasa, and that also in detail. Now then, he's continuing. If one thoroughly understand Namabhasa, please underline this statement. If one understand thoroughly, all right, not just mere understanding, but thorough understanding. That means completely in detail, all right? One's chanting of the holy name will become pure. Simple as that. Are you all following me? Right? Okay, I hope you all are following me. It says, if you know, all right, now explain in detail the meaning of Namabhasa. Then Lord Chaitanya says, if one thoroughly understand Namabhasa, one's chanting of the holy name will become pure. Then what happens if you become pure? By the power of that pure chanting, the power of that pure chanting, right? Pani, he will end his material existence. Please underline this statement. It's very, very important. We are all trying to get out of this place. This is not a place for a gentleman. This is a place for karmi. This planet, this place is meant for karmi, or is a prison. All right? This is not meant for us. So if we can chant, if we understand Namabhasa, not mere understanding, thorough understanding, all right, then our chanting of the holy name will become pure. So in that power of the pure chanting, he will end his material existence. This is what we want. So therefore, this is going to be a very important topic. I hope that all of you will pay absolute attention to this discussion. If you don't understand, stop me immediately and ask question. Don't feel shy. If you think you cannot ask question, you cannot unmute yourself, put up a, what they call, a message in the chat box. All right, go to the chat box and click the thing. All right. So that's the thing. Okay, now, after that, what Lord Chaitanya says, very important statement. He says, the holy name is like the sun. The holy name is like the sun. So what does the sun does? It dispels the darkness. Right? When the sun rises, the darkness just disappears. It dispels, that means remove the darkness. So what darkness we want to remove? The darkness of illusion. We are all under illusion, thinking that things around us are real, thinking the relationship is real, thinking the house that we live in is real, thinking my possession, my property, my children, my family, everything around us real. That is actually illusion. Nothing is real. Everything is illusion. The thing does exist, but to believe it's ours is illusion. All right. However, sometimes clouds or mist cover the sun. From the viewer of that, only a portion of the light comes through. But then Lord Chaitanya says, but still clouds or sometimes the mist or the fog, all right, will cover the sun from the viewer. Sometimes when you see, when the cloud goes in, we can't see the sun. All right. So that only portion of the light comes through, only a little light comes through the cloud. In that same way, now please underline the statement. When ignorance and anarthas predominate, ignorance means, as I say just now, everything looks real. Anarthas means lust, anger, kama, krodha, lobha, matsarya. All right, that means lust, anger, greed, envy. All these things are anarthas. So when this ignorance and anarthas predominate, that means still strong in your heart, what happened? The sun of the holy name, the sun of the holy name will become covered and only a portion of the full effect of the name is felt. So, so that's the thing. So what happened? The part of that holy name, I mean, the only part of the thing will prevail. Okay, when we are still in anarthas. That is why again 249. Can any one of you quote 249? What is that? Bhagavad Gita 249? What it says? Anyone can help me to quote that verse? Chapter 2, text 49, Bhagavad Gita. Anyone got a Bhagavad Gita with you? Handy? No one got a Bhagavad Gita with you?
God,
You got a Bhagavad Gita, bro?
yes, Prabhu.
Okay, open 249 and read the text.
The Dorena
Hmm.
Hai Avaram Karma
Yeah, Varam.
Evaram Karma Buddhi Yoga Danya Jaya Buddha Ha Saranam Anvicha Kripana Pala Ketava.
Okay. Translation?
Dorena discuss it.
No. The translation.
Oh Danjaya, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service. In that consciousness, surrender unto the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers.
Good. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So, extend from here. So, we have to throw away all our anarthas. Durena hyavaram karma. Right? Buddhi yoga dhananjaya. So, we have to keep all abominable activities like what? Like lust, anger, frustration, lamentation, all kind of feeling. Okay, we have to put away everything. All these are called as anarthas, unwanted emotional pattern. Throw away everything far away. True devotional service. In that consciousness, surrender unto me. So now how we can prove this, how we can practice this in Bhagavad Gita? The Krishna have already said in 249, this is the way to do it. First, you have to purify yourself. In that consciousness, surrender unto me. But now the question is, how can we do it? Right? So, the process is here explained in Harinam Cintamani. Lord Chaitanya is asking the commentary from Haridas Thakur. So, when the anarthas and ignorance are predominate, still active, that means the sun of the holy name is only covered by the cloud. So when the thing is covered by the cloud, you go and hang the cloth won't even dry. You see the sun, you see the bright, it's light, but you don't feel the heat. So you will be deprived of that heat. The real nature of the sun is to give us heat. But when the thing is fully covered, heavily covered by the cloud, there's no heat. Even you put the cloth outside also, it won't dry. So like that. So when we have these anarthas and ignorance, when this thing, that you can't feel the full effect. Therefore, in some cases, the holy name will appear in full force in that heart of the chanter. But in other cases, clouds of ignorance and anarthas will minimize the effect of the name of the chanter. What does that mean? Sometimes when we chant Hare Krishna, suddenly we can feel a great ecstatic feeling. We can go into great ecstasy. We can feel a kind of power. That is why we are all somehow or other convinced with this process. But after some time, suddenly you feel you don't have the taste. Suddenly you feel you don't feel like chanting. Suddenly after you finish your 16 rounds, you'll be wondering, did I actually chant? Right? We don't have the taste. Sometimes when we chant, we only feel frustration. Why? I should have do something else than simply waste my time sitting down and chant. all these kind of feelings will emanate in your, it will start to manifest in your heart. So why this kind of manifestation is happening? Because when that thing happened, we remember, I have got some ignorance and anarthas. Because the ignorance and anarthas will minimize the effect. Okay. What is ignorance? All right. The ignorance is of 3 types. Please underline this statement. Ignorance is of 3 types of ignorance. All right. Then Lord Chaitanya says, if one does not know the true spiritual nature, if they do not know the true spiritual nature of the holy name, which one has accepted, this ignorance of the name like mist leads one to the darkness. It's a warning. What is the warning? If one does not know the true spiritual nature of the holy name that one has accepted, upon initiation we accept the holy name. So this ignorance of the name is like the mist or like the cloud. All right. These will lead one to darkness. That means you are there, but you are not there. Right? The second one, a person ignorant that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. The person who are ignorant, he doesn't know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, will take to the worship of the demigods. All right? We have seen that before, right? So sometimes we see people who are suddenly give up the worship of Krishna. All right? They find that, this Krishna conscious movement so mafan. That means so kapala sakit, so like troublesome. They give up and go and join Sai Baba. We have seen that. They go and join this, now the famous guy, Sadhguru, who simply play with words. Right? We have seen that. So, like that. So, that means these are the people who are still ignorant. All right? So, what they will do, they'll take up to the worship of the demigods. It's okay to worship demigods. Then, be a Sai Baba or join the Sadhguru. They are even worse. Because they are bogus. They are fake. Even the worship of Devatas, it is still acceptable. This morning, I was listening to a class. Right? The Devatas, how we should worship them. We worship them in the terms of begging them for a truth. My dear Shiva, my dear Lord Shiva, my dear Lord Muruga, my dear Ganapati, please show me the right path. Or once you become a devotee, you can pray to them. Oh Lord, I've been worshipping you all my life. And now thank you so much for showing me the real path, the true path. Now, I beg for you for another mercy. Please kindly give me full faith in the process. All right? We have seen how people become a devotee. You cannot become, there's few ways of one person becomes a devotee. One is because of his previous birth, punya karya. Second is by the mercy of other devotees who come and talk to you, convince you to become a devotee. And the third method, which is quite common, especially when the devatas that you pray to, they'll grant you the mercy. All right? So like, I also have my own personal experience on that. Okay? I've been, because our family, we only pray to Lord Kartikeya, Murugan. And some or other, he showed me the path. He showed me the path, right? So, we have to distinct. But we do not worship them as independent God. We worship them as the instrument of Krishna. Instrument of Krishna that guided you. A kind of Siksha Guru. All right? But when the people become really ignorant of the Supreme Lord, they simply drop everything and take the worship of the Devatas under the as a full swing worship. Who's saying this? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself saying this, who is Krishna himself. All right? So they take up to the worship of the demigods and the path of material piety. Right? So they start to do punya karya. All right? They just want to become successful in life. You know, I rather worship Devatas. All right? On this particular day, I do this. On that particular day, I do this. all right, so that I can have some kind of material success and opulence. So what are the third kind of ignorant people? Who is ignorant of the transcendental nature of his own self. He doesn't know about himself as an infinitesimal part of Krishna. Infinitesimal means what? That you are the minute or the part of Lord Krishna. You have that transcendental nature. We are Satchit Ananda Vigraha. We are eternal, Sat, Chit. We are full of knowledge and we have Ananda. We have a beautiful Vigraha body. But now, unfortunately, we are stuck in this rotting material body. So we are infinitesimal. So we are part of Lord Krishna. So people are ignorant. They think, I'm just like another person and another kid on the block. We are not that. We are part of the Krishna. So when this is the third kind of ignorant. All right. So that means of the transcendent nature of his own self as an infinitesimal part of Krishna and his world. Okay. And his world. And what they do, they take shelter of the world of impermanence and illusion. So that means you are part of infinitesimal of Krishna and of course his world also. So you are the rightful heir, rightful person to be there in Goloka and Vaikuntha. But you are ignorant. You take shelter of the world of impermanence. This world is impermanent and illusion. So thus he will remain eternally in ignorance. So after Lord Chaitanya says that, when after Lord Chaitanya had finished, Haridas said, today I am most fortunate for from my mouth, the Supreme Lord himself, Sri Chaitanya, will hear about his holy name. Haridas first explained about ignorance. All right. Now he first explained about ignorance. In other words, if we have trouble in our body, the first thing what we need to do, we need to find out where actually went wrong. All right. Oh, I'm having a hypertension, or I'm having a diabetic, or what? So the doctor will tell you this and that. But if we are intelligent, we have to find out what is the core. Dysentery lifestyle, not taking care, not exercising, not maintaining diet, roaming at night like a ghost, right? We're supposed to go to bed by 9 p.m., but I go to bed at 1 a.m. So all these kind of things will create an imbalance in our body, and we get hypertension and diabetic and all these kind of things. So we must find out where actually we went wrong. Similarly here, Haridas Thakur is explaining what is the real reason, all right, that we are stuck here. We are here because of our ignorance. Therefore, Lord Haridas says, knowledge means knowing Krishna is the Lord. That is knowledge. So what is knowledge? The knowledge means to know Krishna as the Supreme Personality. Okay. Then secondly, the living entities are his servant. The living entities are his servant. So Krishna is the Lord and the living entities are his servant. Simple as that. Can you all get me? So you are all, not you are, we are all, including the snail, cockroach, even the fly that sits on the stool. All these things are all eternal servant of Krishna. But because of ignorance, we have taken into this kind of gross body. That is knowledge. So all of you here know that. So that means what happened? Your knowledge is perfected. You got it? My dear Prabhus and mothers, your knowledge has been perfected. Because you know, Krishna is the Lord. Because you study in Bhagavad Gita, we are not simply speculating or simply sentimentally follow. People say Hare Krishna. Why you Hare Krishna? Only pray to Krishna. Bhagavad Gita says so. Man manabhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Maham yasha yuktayam atmana mat parayana. Surrender fully unto me. Then after that he says in chapter 80, he says, I will promise you this. I will purify you from all kind of sin. I am the supreme. I am the worshipable deity. He himself declared in Bhagavad Gita. We are not simply following some sentimental or some kind of speculated doctrine. We are following Bhagavad Gita. We are following Srimad Bhagavatam. Iti chamsa kalapumsa. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Right? In Srimad, when we go to Bhagavatam, we will study that. In first chapter, in the first canto itself, that's all the avatar, all that incarnation of Krishna. We will study that, and ultimately, Vyasadeva will say, Iti chamsa kalapumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Swayam Bhagavan, the Supreme Person. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita also declares, right? So that's why. So we understand. So when we have that means of knowing Krishna is the Lord, and we as the living entities are his servant. Okay. Then the third thing is that this material world is non-conscious gross manifestation or the byproduct of the Lord. So that means this material world is, there's no consciousness. Non-consciousness is a dead matter. Right? If I take the stone is dead. The wood is dead. The bricks around my house, everything is dead. Non-permanent. Is unconscious. So that means it is not this thing. But the same thing in spiritual world, everything is conscious. All right? So this is what they call the true knowledge. Knowing Krishna is Lord, the living entities are his servant, and this material world is unconscious or byproduct of the Lord. What energy is this? Can anyone tell me? In Bhagavad Gita, we studied that. What energy this material world? Anyone remember?
Material.
Yeah, material energy, yes. But what do you call that?
Marginal.
External.
External energy, yes.
External, okay.
Energy. So the internal energy is Krishna. This energy, see, there's a Tatastha, that we are in the middle. And of course, external energy. So, byproduct. Then after that, Haridas Thakur continues. He said, the person who does not know clearly of the nature of this principle, if the person who does not know clearly the nature of this principle, and of course their relationship, these are the people lives under the shadow of ignorance. These are the people who lives in ignorance. We have to be very careful. But now, by the mercy of Guru, Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, we are in enlightened stage. We are in enlightened stage. So now we have to further clear with that light of enlightenment. So now we have enlightened. What we should do now? If you stop from here, you can still end up in heaven. That is not our goal. In this enlightened, when the thing become light up, now see the truth. Before that, I can't see the truth because everything is dark. I'm stuck in the middle of the forest, middle of nowhere, and full of darkness. Now enlightened, the sun has risen in our life. So now we have seen, I am in a wrong place. Because at night we are just going, we are banging into the tree, we are falling, we are tripping and falling. Suddenly we fall into the waterfalls. We are struggling here and there. Don't know where the hell we are because we can't see anything. But now when the sun is rised, the ignorance has, the darkness has disappeared. Now we can see clearly. Then make the decision. Where do you want to go? All right. So the person who does not know clearly the nature of this principle and their relationship, these are the people lives under the shadow of ignorance. This is one cause of Namabhasa. Namabhasa, or the covering of the sun of the pure holy name, in which its full effect cannot be felt. So the Namabhasa is like this. So we are still in somehow or other, we are in ignorance. Now, the next statement, Haridas Thakur says, actually, the mist of ignorance simply covers the individual living entity's eyes in a localized position. What does that mean? So this ignorance just simply cover our eyes. In where? In this localized position. I am sitting in Ipoh. I am giving a class. I'm talking to you. So in this localized position, my eyes is darkened. Right? Like that. So just as the sun becomes invisible only from the relative position of the individual under the cloud. In other words, I am in Ipoh and the cloud is covered the sun. But you are in Kuala Lumpur, there's no cloud and you feel the full sun. So what does that mean? So because in Ipoh is cloudy, I can't feel the sun's heat. But because in Kuala Lumpur, it is not cloudy, you can feel the heat of the sun. You can feel the full effect of the sun. So my feeling and your feeling is all localized. Because I'm in Ipoh, I am in cloudy situation. Because you're in KL, you are seeing a clear situation. I hope you're all following me on this. But, okay, so it is just visible from relative position of the individual under the cloud, but is never really covered. But the thing is, the sun, the cloud can never really cover it. So the holy name is never covered. Can you cover the sun? Cannot. All right. Just like if I'm wearing a sunglasses here, I am seeing darker. But you are not wearing sunglasses. I'm wearing sunglasses. You're standing beside me. You're not wearing sunglasses. So when I wear sunglasses, I feel, oh, it's covered. Is that covered? No. It's my localized experience because I'm wearing sunglasses. But beside me, you are standing. You are not wearing sunglasses. You're seeing the full effect. So can I say the sun is covered? No. The sun can never be covered. So the holy name is never covered because it is non-different from Krishna. The holy name is Krishna himself. And eternally transcendental and pure. It's forever transcendental and pure. Therefore, the full effect are diminished. The full effect, the effect of that reduces. Diminish means reduces. For those people who have their eyes at the cloud of anarthas. So that means it diminishes, it reduces to those people who have over their eyes, the cloud of anarthas. The cloud of anartha means like all these kind of unwanted feeling. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Matsarya, lust, anger, greed, envy, all this kind of negative character. It is just like you're putting on a sunglasses. When you're putting on a sunglasses, you are not seeing the full effect of the sun. So this kind of anarthas actually stands in front of your eyes. All right. My uncle used to tell me, you know, last time we had a big business in Ipoh. We were all from a business family. We had around 30 of our workers. We import, export. We import our parts from Japan and Singapore. And we have our workers always travel to these countries to buy parts. My uncle say, since we have a very big industry, how to find out whether the worker are doing right or wrong? Okay, how to find out? How to know your workers are loyal to you or not? How to find out whether your worker steals something? Because when we are selling spare parts, little things can simply smuggle out because can't be seen. Because we are selling heavy machinery. We open the gearbox, it's so huge. We need a forklift. Sometimes when you put something inside, nobody knows. They just kautim. Just kautim lah, sikit duit lah. Okay. Definitely just throw some coffee money, kopi duit, put inside, pack and go. So we cannot find them out. So my uncle created a method. He said, how to find out whether your worker is correct or wrong? And you know how he do it? Sometimes he will scold people like this. They thirtu payale. All right? Hey, poda thirtu paye. He used the word, or hey, get out, you thief. Hey, thief, come here. He simply liked to call people like that. One day I asked my uncle, why are you doing that? He said, I will tell you when the time comes. His favorite word, hey, thirtu paye, nga va. Hey, thirde, poda. Hey, thief, come here. Hey, thief, go. I was thinking. So he said, if any one of your worker get agitated when you call them a thief, they are the actual thief. See, that's how you find out, right? When said, what are you? Enna thirudana? Thiruddu payala? Enna thiruddu payan koopringa? Why are you calling me thirude? Like that. So when you call someone a thief and they get agitated, that means these are the thief. And my uncle will mark on him and will catch him right-handed. So similarly, what anarthas we have, that is how we see on others. When I have envy in my heart, I see envy in others. When I have hatred in my heart, I see hatred in others. Right? A person is, in a day, the person got many qualities. Right? See, he comes to a temple, he can be very loving, he can be very authorizing, authority, he can be very stern. Sometimes he can show some tantrum, he can show some kind of whatever. But what attitude that we see in them? If I see envy on someone, I understand I have got that envy. You got it? That is why journaling. Today I'm going to introduce you journaling. My dear Prabhus and mothers, every day write down what happened to you. From today, from 12th January in the morning, okay, what happened? Today I went there, I saw this, saw that. Just write. You are not writing a diary. You are checking and balancing your life. Oh, today I saw that person. When I looked at him, I get frustrated. All right. What frustration? Anger came up. So you write down. So at night, you do your checking and balance. Oh, today I saw anger. So that means I must understand I've got anger in my heart. That's why I see anger on others. Like that, try to rectify your problem one by one. All right. So those people cover the eyes of anarthas. All right. So whatever anarthas you have, that the anarthas you see on others. When someone see anarthas on you, hey, Padita Tarna, you are real nonsense. You think you're so clever. You think so great. Then when the thing happen, how we should react? Hare Krishna. No, you can get angry, fair enough. The anger will rise, fair enough. But you should pity that person. Why? Because that person has that kind of jealousy, or that kind of anger, or that kind of envy. Right? So sometimes, so like that. So that is what is very important. So we must be very careful. So that is how we can try to rectify our anarthas. So the full effect are diminished to those people who have over the eyes cloud of anarthas in the midst of ignorance. So all the anarthas will appear because of ignorance. It is side by side. Anarthas come from ignorance. So if you think you still have anarthas, you check and balance. Another thing, let me tell you, my dear Prabhus and mothers, how to find out a senior devotee and a junior devotee. The seniority and juniority, it is not by the years in the movement. Hey, I'm 30 years in the ISKCON society. I am 40 years in the ISKCON society. That doesn't matter. We must remember that because we are going into the deep studies about this Shastra, and of course in Srimad Bhagavatam, and you see, these first few things we must understand. How to find out whether the devotee is advanced or senior. The seniority is equivalent to the surrender, the amount of surrender that he have in his heart. It is not the years in the society. We have seen 30 years, 35 years in the society, and still they have a strong ego. They still have strong anarthas. When you talk to them, I have been in this movement for 30 years, I've been in this movement for 35 years, you don't try to teach me. I know what I'm doing. I've seen everything basically. That's not the benchmark. Sometimes the question comes, who is the senior devotees? Oh, we should not offend a senior devotee. Come on. Seniority is equivalent to your surrender. Like recently, there's two young men, all right, who are considered very much junior to me. I'm referring to myself, all right? I am in this movement for the last 32 years. And these two boys are younger than me very much. They are early 40s. Who are they? Like this, His Holiness, Bhakti Keshava Maharaj, Keshava Swami. I think it's Keshava Swami in London. He's a young boy. The second is, there's one devotee from South Africa. His real name is Sarva. His initiated name is, his sannyas name is, can anyone tell me the name? I think Sudha Sindhu Mataji, you are serving him, right? Is she there? Yeah. What's his name? Sarvajna Prabhu? His initiated name is what?
Bhakti Sawa Gyana Gauranga
Sarva
Maharaj.
Jnana Swami, yes.
Yeah,
Bhakti
yeah,
Sarva Jnana Maharaj.
yeah,
He is also in early 40s,
yeah.
right?
44 only. Yeah, very,
Yeah,
very, very.
very
Yeah.
young. So can I go and tell him, hey, I am senior to you, you know? Can I say that? Why? I have been this movement for 32 years. You are just new only. What? I think how long? 10 years, 15 years? What, 20 years at least? Is that the seniority we are talking about? No. The seniority is exactly the surrender in your heart. These two great personalities, like Bhakti Sarvanya Swami from South Africa and the Keshava Maharaj from London, they are young boys. And they have taken sannyas. So that means the sannyas is all depends. That means depends on the surrender. A devotee who just joined maybe 6 months old, he had a full-fledged surrender. He has to be recognized as the senior devotee, not by age. Oh, I'm 30 years in the movement, 40 years in the movement, but I still got big fat ego. Not that way. But of course, this you don't go and tell outside. You're not going to tell outside, hey, how long already? 30? You got ego. You are not a senior devotee. This is something not meant to debate. We are doing this for our own nourishment. Because when we come to that offense of devotees, aparat, blaspheming, this is one of the topics we're going to discuss. All right, then we follow. Then now the question is, what are anarthas? Okay. The anarthas are classified as thirst for material object. That means we have a strong desire for material object like asat trishna. Asat trishna. Okay. First is thirst for material object. I want to become a millionaire. I want to buy a BMW. I want to get this. I want thirst for material object. Asat trishna. Second is miserliness of the heart. Hirdaya daurbalya. Hirdaya means heart. Daurbalya means miserliness. All right. The frustration. The what they call kripana. They call kripana. Right. So miserliness in the heart. That means you still what they call how to say that miserliness? Can anyone help me? How we can okay.
Kripana.
No, how we can express in English? Miserliness. How we should say it?
In school, we say Ganju.
Kanjana.
Ganjam.
No, but see, miserliness is the heart. Is also inner stinginess of narrow-heartedness, all right? About money, but about feeling, okay, now it's like the simple meaning. It refers to the condition where the heart withholds, that means the heart rejects love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, faith, and surrender. Or in other words, deeper explanation, being unwilling to give oneself to Krishna, hesitating to fully trust Guru and Shastra, practicing devotion but guarding the ego. We are still practicing devotion, but still we think we are hell of a great ego. Pride and attachment. All right. So something like that. Okay. So miserliness of the heart, opposite is magnanimity of the heart. Okay, anyway. So Hirdaya Darubalya, the second thing. And the third thing is offense, or we call as aparadha. So these are called as anarthas. These are the word anarthas. Number one, classified thirst for material object. Number two, miserliness of the heart. Number three, offense. So these are all classified under anarthas. So now let's look at the category of thirst for material object. It's divided like this. Okay. What is the category of first part one? First is craving for material object in this world. Right? Sometimes when you see people are involved in multi-level marketing, you know, they all want to become a millionaire. They want to go on a cruise. They want to buy a big car to show off. And behind that, they stick the thing. You know, when I was doing one, I was quite successful in one of the multi-level business. And they gave a car. All right. What they call it a car program. And I want the car program. And that also what? They only pay a little from your monthly installment, but they put a big thing. So I took the thing and stick behind. This is my car. I got it from this MLM business, right? So that people say, oh, that means you're very successful. So people can come to you. Something all nonsense like. So this kind of craving for material object in this world. Then not only that, craving for heavenly sense pleasure in the next life. I want to go to heaven so that I can enjoy with 72 virgins. I want to go to heaven so that I can enjoy my life there. All this kind of craving for sense pleasure in the next life. Then the third thing is desire for mystic yoga power. They want to do this kind of yoga and they want to become powerful by doing some magic show. And of course, the next is desire for liberation in Brahman. Or that means to merge into the light. This is under called thirst of material object. Right? So thirst, okay. So when you talk about craving for material object, it's like sometimes we are not enough. We want to make it big. We want to buy a big house. We want to buy a big car. You know, you want to do this, do that. Because I'm just saying this all from my experience, right? So when I had my big car, and to maintain the big car, I have to slog like a dog. I have to slog so hard just to maintain the car. One time I sent for service few thousand, koya, right? What is the purpose? So that I can show off, a little show off. End of the day, I can't maintain the car. I sold it for a loss, right? So craving. Then second is craving for heavenly sense pleasure, right? So sense pleasure, I want to do this. I want to go to heaven, work hard. Never mind. Today, I just maintain myself. So next birth, I go to heaven, I can have this thing. And the third thing, desire for mystic yoga power. This is the thing that misused by all these kind of bogus gurus, like this Nityananda, Swami Nityananda, right? They all got some kind of mystic power, and they just like to show some mystic power so that they can be in control. They all want to be Ishvara. They all want to be a controller, right? And the third thing is desire for liberation. Okay, I want to merge into Brahman, right? So this is all this thing. So now the second part is the weakness of the heart. Okay, what is the weakness of heart? Irdaya Daurbalyam, or miserliness of the heart. How we can analyze? Is analyzed by attachment for trifling things, which is unrelated to Krishna. Trifling, right? Attachment to something that is not related to Krishna. Okay. The second is deceit. Deceit means what? It's a kind of, or in other words, we can call it a scam. Scamming people. Deceit. All right, scam. Number 3 is envy. All right, envy of someone's progress. When we see someone is coming up very nicely, we become very envious. Right? Sometimes also we see, you know, when someone is coming, just got initiated, then second got a second initiation, or sometimes the guy is progressing, or sometimes the flirt can go and meet the spiritual master, we'll become very envious. All right? The third thing is envy. And the last is longing for position and fame. Oh, I want to be this. I want to become a next president, chairman, or I want to become the next Adun, or I want to become the YB. In my political party, I want to be the branch president. So all these kind of things because of position and fame. So all these things are called the weakness of the heart. All right. Now let's look at the third one, offenses like what they call aparat. So the divided into these. That means the offenses of holy name is like what? So offenses to the holy name. First, we offend the holy name. Thinking everything is, what is the offense we're going to discuss soon. And second is offenses to Krishna himself, seva aparat. We know we cannot serve him, but we simply like to over endeavor. Right? Seva aparat, very important. Right? Then second is offenses to Krishna's devotee. We go and offend Krishna's devotee. Like what? Oh, you are formerly from this birth. Huh? That like sometimes they, that fellow born from that family, that family, terrible offense. Gone. Offense of Krishna's devotee. Then offenses of other living entities. Like what? Killing them, eating them. Is offending. Sometimes when we walk, we step on the ant. We say, what can I do? I can't even see the place there. But too bad, it's offense. Because we are living in this material world, you can never talk about your right. As a prisoner, you have no right. If you're in the prison, you cannot go and say, I want a human right. They'll just take you and throw you into the dungeon. What human right you're talking about? Right? They can simply take a rice and put a cockroach in that. You just throw the cockroach and eat the food. You have no right in prison. Similarly, when we are living in this prison house of this material universe, you are not given. Right? So anything that you offend other living entities is called offense. Right? So in other words, every step that we do, we are doing offenses. All right? So we must be aware of this thing, like killing them, eating them, like drinking the milk of the cow, which is not properly harvested. All the okay. Anyway, I don't go into detail. So all these kind of offense to other living entities. Now, by these anarthas, that means you have all these three kind of things. What is that? Thirst for material, craving for material object, craving for heavenly sense pleasure, and then what they call material object. Then what is next? Desire for, weakness of the heart. Okay, Hirdaya Daurbalyam. All right, and offense of aparadha. So all these anarthas, the influence of the holy name becomes obstruct. You can't feel the full influence of the holy name. And the full transcendental nature of the name does not manifest. Okay. The living entity will continue under the shadow of Namabhasa. We will just continue under the shadow of the Namabhasa as long as he is ignorant of Sambandha Tattva. What is that Sambandha Tattva? In Tamil also we call Sambandham, relationship. In Tamil there's the word Sambandham. Right? That's why when you call Sambandhi, Yaru vanga Sambandhi. Sambandhi means it's a kind of relationship. Sambandha Tattva. So when we are ignorant of the Sambandha Tattva, what is the Sambandha Tattva? The fact concerning the Jiva, the God, and the material nature. As long as we are ignorant, who am I? The Jiva. What is my relation with Krishna, the God, and what is the place I'm living, this material world. The Sambandha Tattva, as long as we are in ignorant and they are mutual relationship, right? Will continue under the shadow of Namabhasa. However, when the serious student takes shelter of a bona fide guru, so that is the secret. We have to take shelter of a bona fide guru. Then by force, then forcefully, his effective spiritual practice, he can remove the obstruction blocking the sun of the holy name. So what does that mean? All right. So that means once we can take a shelter of a bona fide spiritual master under this Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, not any Tom, Dick and Harry, guru from Sampradaya, we take this bona fide guru, then forcefully, it is just like a strong wind, taufan, or what they call a strong, what do you call that? Hurricane. Like a strong wind, it will push away the cloud of that anarthas. Effectively, spiritual practice can be removed, then the obstruction blocking the sun of the holy name. Right? So like that. So now you also can argue, yeah, but still people who are initiated, still they are in this kind of situation. Yes, because we still have the strong anarthas. We are trying our best. But now we are trying our best by our own effort. Right? We are trying our best by our own effort. But once we accept initiation, we are trying our best with the help of Guru. One part, Guru is helping you. Another part, you are working on yourself. All right? Then what the Guru does? The Guru is so dear to Krishna. That's why in Bhagavad Gita says, surrender unto my devotee. Serve him. Inquire from him submissively. He can give you the truth because you have seen the truth. So when Krishna himself recommending his devotee, that means Krishna is is very dear to his devotee. So when we have accepted our Guru, the Guru will pray on our behalf. My dear Lord, please deliver all the disciples that taken shelter unto me. When we are praying to Krishna, Krishna, please remove my anarthas. Please provide me these. I need these. Please remove all my headaches so that I can concentrate in your service. We are praying. But at the same time, the Guru also praying. They're praying for what? They are sannyasi. What are they praying to? We are praying means we are asking. But the Guru is praying. What is he praying to? So he pray, my dear Lord, please deliver all my disciples. Please deliver all the disciples who have taken shelter unto me. Right? And just to prove the Guru right, Krishna will come down to deliver you. Krishna will provide you opportunity. Like this, one of the opportunity that we got discussing about this Harinam Cintamani. We are not talking about some other books. Why suddenly we are talking about that? It is not by any endeavor, but this is Krishna's arrangement. Because Krishna realized that I got so much of anarthas. He said, you have already studied once, you better do it again, remove the anarthas further. Right? And here we have 14 people are here gathered. And all of you are listening to this thing. Because this is what maybe it meant to be. Right? So, bona fide Guru is very important. So, when the clouds and the mist go away, the brilliant sun of the name becomes visible and bestow upon the devotee the treasure of love of God. He gives Harinam Cintamani. Cintamani is a stone, treasure, whatever sun is done. Harinam, the Lord's name is Cintamani. He gives the devotee the treasure of the love of God. So now, after the bona fide Guru gives Sambandha Jnana. So when the bona fide Guru gives you Sambandha Jnana, now he says, now you understand the world, you, God, and the this thing. Now let's look at the next Sambandha Jnana. That means you become my disciple, you become linked to this parampara. So he gives a Sambandha Jnana, he gives the knowledge. Then he instructs the disciple on the practice of culturing the holy name, sadhana bhakti. So then he gives the instruction, the practice of culturing. Culturing means what? Developing. Right? Sometimes they say culturing the cell culture. That means developing. It's like preparing the holy name. Okay, which is called as sadhana bhakti. Please underline the statement. So chanting of the holy name is also called as sadhana bhakti. Sometimes when people say, hey, yeah, I rather go and distribute books than sit and chant. Sometimes sit and chant is wasting time. So you remember this thing very clearly. Sadhana bhakti is chanting the holy name. It's very important. So this is called as abhideya. Abhideya means what? Process. Please underline the statement, abhideya. So this is the process. All right? Process of sadhana bhakti. Okay? Process. All right? Now, by this specific process, now let's underline this word, specific. Okay, here we are not giving, Haridas Thakur is not giving a general process. He's giving a specific process to the dot, to the minute dot process of the holy name. The name will show its influence. That's when we can start to feel the influence. Once we start to feel the influence, what happened? It drives out anarthas. All the anarthas will be just blown off. Just like when the sun rises, all the water, all the things will start to dry. Right? The water will get evaporated. When all the water become evaporated, the abominable things start to dry and disintegrate. What example we can think of? There is a stool. Right? The dog came and passed a stool and it's so nasty. Right? And after the rain, the stool is wet. It's even more nastier. It's so disgusting. But because of the hot sun, all the water, all the damp in the stool has been evaporated. When everything evaporated, the stool loses its potency of being smelly. And all start to dry up and it become soil. So like that, all our anarthas, the wetness, the dampness in our anarthas will be evaporated. And all the anarthas, the stool-like anarthas that we have will start to dry up and become disintegrate. Finally, the jiva achieves the goal. What is the goal? To life, okay, of life, love of God. Goal of life, right? He achieves the goal of life, that is love of God. And in that position, he continues his performance. After he achieved the goal of life, what is that? The love of God, prema, love, prema bhakti. After he achieved that position, what he does? he still continues his performance of chanting the holy name in full spiritual bliss, prema. The ignorance of correct knowledge is explained as follows. The ignorance of correct knowledge, those people are ignorant of correct knowledge, is explained like this. The living entity takes shelter of the bona fide guru. Okay, they take shelter of the bona fide spiritual master, bona fide guru. All right. Okay. Then with what? With genuine faith, he receives the correct knowledge about Krishna. He gets the correct knowledge. That means that when the living entity takes the shelter of a bona fide guru, and with genuine faith, he receives the correct knowledge about Krishna, the correct knowledge about spirit soul, the correct knowledge of a material nature, and the relationship of the three, Sambandha Jnana. So relationship of these things, right? According to the scripture, you will study, you will start to understand everything, but according to the scripture. Again, the living entity who takes shelter of a bona fide creature with genuine faith, when your faith is very strong and genuine, he receives the correct knowledge about Krishna. He gets the spirit soul, the material nature, and the relationship of the three. And all this according to the scripture. So now, when we understand, what is that? Number one, the correct knowledge of Krishna. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And I am the servant of that Krishna, the spirit soul, because I am also eternally, I'm Sachit Ananda Vigraha. I'm eternal, full of knowledge and beautiful, just like Krishna. The Krishna is a vast ocean and I'm a drop of the sea water. Then we also understand the material nature. So this is the internal potency. This is the external potency. And this we are here, we are the marginal potency, Tatastha Shakti. So we are the material nature. So we are external. So we understand how big is the material nature. The nature that we are seeing is only this planet Earth. Oh, I'm seeing only Ipoh. I can't even go perceive how the KL looks like in and out. But now, through this thing, we start to understand all the 14 planetary system. All right? The 14 planetary system, we start to understand. And not only that, we went out of that 14 planetary system. We are in that Karana Kadal, Karana Dakshai. We are in the causal ocean. And there we see Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana. From the pores of the body, all the bubble come out. Then we go further. We come to the Viraja river. We cross the river. The Viraja river that separates material nature and spiritual nature. Then you go into the spiritual nature, is full of light. That's Brahma Jyoti. Then you go further. When you start to see, when you first thing wake up in the morning, when the sun shines on your face, you can't even see, all so bright. Then your eyes become focused. Then you can see the things. Similarly, once you go there, it's so bright, and sooner or later your eyes become focused. Then you can see all the Vaikuntha planets floating in the spiritual sky. Then you go further up to the last part of the Vaikuntha planet is Ayodhya Dham. So you see Lord Ramachandra along with his associates, Hanuman. Then you go further. You go to Goloka. You enter Goloka through Jagannath Puri. Then you go to Dwaraka Puri. Then you enter further, you can go to Madura Puri. Right? Then you go further, then you go to Vrindavan. Then you go further inside, you see there's a Vrindavan got what, 7 forests or something like that. 7, right? Tala, Mahatala. Okay, there's a, okay. Yeah, talking a wrong thing. Not Mahatala. What they call? What is the forest of Vrindavan? Krishna is not giving me. Anyone can tell me the forest of Vrindavan? You all remember? We studied it in Nectar of Instruction. Okay, anyway. Right? There's a forest. Right? In certain forests, Krishna does certain pastime. Then we go further. Then we go and see Vrindavan. Then we go and see Govardhan. The Govardhan hill. And we go further. We see Radha Kund, the topmost place. So we understand, oh, that means these are the beautiful part and we are living on an ugly part. So all this we understand through what? We understand through the scriptures. we are not simply asking the NASA or some geography. We are not watching through the National Geography how the earth looks like. Right? So we understand that. So now Krishna is the eternal Lord and the living entities are his eternal servant. And we are linked. The most important is we are linked. We are not independent. We are not often. We are linked to the Lord by the bond of love, prema. We are linked to the Lord by the bond of love. And this relationship of Jiva to God in prema bhakti is also eternal. Our relationship, Jiva, the relationship we with God in prema bhakti is also eternal. This is the living entity's constitutional nature. What does that mean? What does that mean, constitutional nature? The nature that can never be changed. The constitution of a country can never be changed. Right? So the constitution of living nature, a living entity can never be changed. Right? Because constitution is having a relationship. So the living entity's constitutional nature has only to be uncovered. We just need to uncover. You have that, my dear Prabhus and mothers. You have that potency. Every living and every man around the world, they have that. Even Donald Trump have that. Putin have that. Everybody got it. Right? The nasty ISIS or whatever terrorists, everybody has it. The constitutional nature, that means your relationship with Krishna in love, everyone has it. But what Haridas Thakur is saying, they only have to be uncovered. You have to open up the package. Right? Sometimes what we do, when we go for shopping, sometimes we buy things, I don't need to use now. I keep it. You all do that before? Are you doing that? I just checked a few days ago. The dhoti that I bought for 2 Deepavali before is still there. Because I thought, I don't need to use first. So the package is there. It's simply lying there. I need to uncover. Like that, we have to uncover the package. Okay, my dear Prabhus and mothers. Any question? So it's going to be a fantastic discussion, right? So I just want to get your permission. Is it okay we overshoot a little? All right. Say like now we have another. Oh, so long. Okay. We have 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Around 5 pages. Anyway, we don't rush. But is it okay we overshoot a bit longer? Say 11:50. Is that okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Can I? Right.
Okay,
So now
Prabhu.
shall we just take a short break now? I just realized I got so excited. Now it's 10:32. We just take 2 minutes break, then we continue.
Prabhu,
Right? Yeah.
12.
Who's that? Anand Sundari Mata. Yes, Mataji.
It's 12 forests, Prabhu, Vrindavan.
12 forests, huh? Okay. You remember all the names?
You're going for a break, Prabhu, or you want me to tell now?
Okay, we take a short break and then we tell later.
Okay, Prabhu.
Just take 2 minutes break, okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Are you there, Mataji? Samsung SMA7. Okay. Now I see you. You have unmuted. Can you hear me? Please jammed. Anand Sundari Mataji, you want to say? Okay, everyone is here?
Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yes.
There is 7 in the west bank of Yamuna and 5 to the east of Yamuna, Prabhu.
Okay.
And the 7 that is west bank of Yamuna is Madhuvan, Talavan, Kumudavan, Valulavan, Kamyavan, Kadiravan, and Vrindavan.
Very
And
nice.
5 to the east is Bhadravan, Bandiravan, Bilavan, Lohavan, and Mahavan.
Mahavan, yes. Van means what? Van means forest. Vrinda Van. Van means forest. Yes. Mataji, if you don't mind, can you just type out all these and share in the group?
Sure, Prabhu.
All right. Thank you, Mataji. All right. So let's continue our discussion. Okay. However, when the Jiva forgets that he is the eternal servant of Krishna, when we as a Jiva, we forget our relationship with Krishna, he comes into the material world looking for happiness. He's coming here because we forget, right? Our eternal servant of Krishna. That means we have a prema, we have that uncover, but when we forget that, we are coming to the wrong place and looking for happiness. So now, but this universe of illusion is a prison house for the Jiva. So in this universe, this entire universe, the 14 planetary system that we are talking about, this universe, and also plus all the many universes around, is still a prison house for the Jiva. So what is the reason for this prison? This place is acting as a remedial or reformatory process by punishing the Jiva for turning away from Krishna. So what we can understand from here. So that means this universe, right, is a prison, and this is acting as a remedial or reformatory system, right? So reform. So it's a place for us to come and get punished so that we will change. What is the reason for prison? To reform the prisoners. The criminal, reform them, put them away from the society, reform them and bring them back into the society as a good person. So it's a reformatory process by punishing the Jiva. For what? For turning away from Krishna. It's a process of by punishing. Therefore, the material world is meant as a place of purification. You understand? So this material world is a place meant for purification. When we are not purifying, but we want to enjoy, we suffer. By the mercy of the pure Vaishnava devotee of the Lord. Now let's look at this. By the mercy of pure Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, like Srila Prabhupada, if the Jiva takes up Krishna's name with correct knowledge of Sambandha, relationship, he will certainly attain the great treasure of prema. All right? So by the mercy of pure Vaishnava, like our Srila Prabhupada, like our spiritual masters, when the Jiva takes up Krishna's name, all right, how? Not blindly, by correct knowledge of relationship, he will certainly, guaranteed, he will attain the great treasure of prema. All right? Or the perfectional activity of the living entity. All right? At that time, even liberation of merging into the Lord's effulgence becomes detestable. So once you come to that level, even merge into the light, merge into that Brahman, it doesn't give excitement. There's no taste for it. It's merging into the light. Right? It's no big deal. That means you won't be interested in that situation of merging into the light. Even going to heaven. All right? We will study that. I don't jump into the gun. Okay? What happened to the Moksha Purusha? The personified Moksha will be standing and begging you, please, I want to give you Moksha. How? He'll be standing in your doorway, in your door, in your entrance, doorway, he'll be standing with the folded arms. Who? The Moksha. The personified of Moksha says, my dear Prabhu, I want to give you Moksha. Please take it. Nah, get out. I'm not interested. We will study that as we go on. All right? It becomes detestable. You don't have taste for that. As long as the transcendental knowledge, that means, but as long as the word but we have to take into consideration. But as long as the transcendental knowledge of Sambandha is not accepted, if you don't accept that Sambandha knowledge, the anarthas and ignorance must remain. You only have two choices, here or there. Nothing in between. You accept that, anarthas, ignorance will go off. If you don't want that, you want here, anarthas and ignorance must remain. Why? the anarthas and the ignorance is a way to punish a person. We have seen even in a during Gita Gyan, I played the video. Those who have came for the live classes, of course, I didn't record that because YouTube will reject it. Right? So what happened? The guy who said, I just need love. My grandchildren are not coming to see me. My children are not bringing them to see me. They are taking they took my grandchildren away. They are not bringing them to see me. You know, and then because of that kind of attachment to the grandchildren and went into great lamentation, he actually committed suicide. Those who came for the live classes, you should have seen that. Even I played the video, the video that one day before he was telling, tomorrow morning, you see me, I'll be dead, I'll be in the box. Then all were laughing. Yeah. What's wrong with you? You got a lot of money, you got pension, you got everything. And the fellow is telling, so what's the point? Having all that, my grandchildren are not coming to me. So anathas and ignorance is a tool to punish that person. When I am envious of someone, I am not showing it off, but I am suffering inside. When I get angry with someone, when I see, oh, that fellow, such a ugly fellow, married a beautiful wife. I don't know whether the love is blind or she's blind. You know, this crazy. And the fellow will be happily married with the wife and having good life. But I am sitting here. But who is suffering? I am feeling the pain. I am having a sleepless night. I'm looking for ways to how we can distinguish. So I am in so much of anger, lamentation. I am suffering. Right? When I want to say something about someone, I suffer. When I scold someone, I become angry. The anger brings me suffering. So anarthas and ignorance are the tool to torture you, to punish you. Right? So the anartha ignorance must remain. And the person will continue on the platform of Namabhasa. So even the thing still remain, anarthas and ignorance, he will be always in the platform of Namabhasa. Though the person chants, the effect is limited. Even the person can go on chanting 16 rounds, 32 rounds, 64 rounds, 100 rounds. But as long that person is Namabhasa, the effect is still limited. But then Haridas Thakur says, however, even chanting in Namabhasa stage, even doesn't matter, even if you're chanting with a limited effect, is considered to be very auspicious. We shouldn't say, I'm still of anarthas, I still have ignorance, I still have frustration. Oh, I'm starting in Namabhasa. Okay, I don't want to chant. No, don't do that. Because Haridas Thakur says, even chanting in Namabhasa is considered very auspicious. Please underline this statement. Even chanting in Namabhasa is considered very auspicious. Right? It is considered the chief of pious activity. That means when we are in Namabhasa, we want to do piety. We want to do this kind of good things. Annadanam, helping people, doing good things, giving food, get some money, distribute Bhagavad Gita. Like remember I used to say, if you get some money, if you income, don't take all the money for yourself. A little money, offer it to Krishna by distributing Bhagavad Gita. Of course, all these are piety, but Bhagavad Gita distribution is topmost. Very auspicious. And similarly, even chanting in Namabhasa is also very auspicious. And this situation is also called the chief of pious activity. All right, it's a chief of pious activity. All right. For by the accumulation of Namabhasa, when you go on accumulate your Namabhasa, all right, activity, one can eventually gain faith to accept devotional service properly. So this is something very shocking, but very important. That means by the accumulation of Namabhasa, you accumulate your chanting, even though you're not doing it properly, you accumulate. These will eventually gains, slowly but surely gains what? Faith to accept devotional service properly. They will teach you, will make you to accept devotional service properly. Namabhasa is considered higher than the activities of yoga, sacrifice, varna ashrama rules, and austerities. This is a very important statement. And of course, it's kind of, what do you call it? It is also a kind of conflicting statement. Conflicting statement. Why? Even the Namabhasa considered higher. Please mark this word higher. Is better than yoga. If you think you're doing yoga, you better chant Hare Krishna. Is better than sacrifice. What sacrifice? Doing yagya. Swaha, Keshvai, Swaha, that Swaha, this Swaha. It is higher. Even the fire sacrifice. It is even higher than Varna Ashram rules. Right? Oh, I'm a Brahmana, I should follow this. I'm a Kshatriya, I follow this. I'm a Vaishya, I follow this. I'm a Shudra. Or Varna. All right? And Varna means, okay, I'm this is Ashrama. I'm a Brahmachari. I'm a Grihastha. I'm a Vanaprastha. I'm a Sannyasi. It's higher than these rules. And even austerities. Right? Like what austerities? Right? Like say, like Taipusam, you carry kavadi is austerity. You're piercing your mouth and this is austerity. You're doing Anga Pradesa, you roll on the ground is austerity. Some people I see, they walk on the knee. They'll be crawling on the knee around the temple. It's austerity. Going to India, going on a pilgrimage is austerity. Right? So, this even Namabhasa is higher than any of these things. And imagine Prabhus and mothers. If you chant properly, what will happen? The goal of this book, by the end of 16th chapter, by the grace of Prabhupada and all the previous acharyas and the grace of spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada and all the previous acharyas, and by the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and by the unlimited mercy and blessings of Srila Haridas Thakur and Srimati Radharani, at least we understand Namabhasa and we understand that we can, that we given an opportunity of coming to the Suddhana, the pure chanting. We pray because the Mahamantra is none other than Krishna. We pray, my dear Krishna, in the form of Harinama Prabhu, please come and dance in my tongue. Please do not leave me. Please remove all the anarthas so that I can chant in a pure name. All right, so that is our hope. If those who miss the class live, please watch the video. Don't miss any class. Okay. Now, because it's considered higher than all these things, because why? It will lead to the path of pure bhakti. Because this will take you to pure bhakti. Even in Namabhasa can guide you to the pure bhakti. So once you come to the level of pure bhakti, yoga, all these are not important at all. So the process of yoga, austerity, etc., unless mixed with some activity of bhakti, will never lead to bhakti. Example, when you want to meditate, if you mix with bhakti, or you perform sacrifice, sometimes, okay, I do Vaishnava Homa, I do Narashinga Homa, that Homa, this Homa, right? Or I follow the rules and regulation, Varnashram, okay, I'm a Brahmachari, or I'm doing this. If all this is not linked to bhakti, like austerity, you go do this for Taipusam, all this will never lead you to bhakti. But if you do it, like for instance, you go to Tirupati, right? Tirupati, Venkatachalapati, you just choose to walk up the 7 hills. Now they make a staircase, right? You just pray, Venkataramana, Govinda, Govinda, Lord Venkateshwara, please accept my prayer. And now I've taken a vow. I'm going to walk up all the staircase, 7 hills. Can you imagine? I think it's going to take you, 8 hours or something like that. You walk up, you walk up. So you're doing it for material gain, but you're linked with bhakti. That will give you benefit. But if the thing is, unless not mixed with some activity of bhakti, will never lead you to bhakti. So what are the effects of chanting in Namabhasa? So now, what is the advantage or effect of chanting in Namabhasa? Let's look at this. By chanting in Namabhasa, all sinful effects are destroyed. So What is holding you here? Your sins are holding you here. The sinful effect is holding you here. The karma, like prarabdha karma, what is the word? Prarabdha, the three karmas. That also I forgot. Can anyone prarabdha? Then
Oh, Pitru Karan, Pitru.
no, not that one.
Century.
A century, prarabdha, and another one is what?
Aprabdha.
Prarabdha century. Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Prarabdha karma means the karma that you kept, all the things that you have done in your previous birth is kept. Prarabdha means you have taken the karma to this life. Example, I got a money in my house. All right, you're going out and ask your father, Pa, I want to go out, give me some money. So you open a safe box, you take the money, it gives it. So when he give you that money, you live within that money for the day. So similarly, the treasure chest, the money that they keep is prarabdha karma. Now you've taken this birth. What are the things you need? You just take a portion of it, you suffer and enjoy. And now what is happening is called century of Kutta karma. All right. What are the things that you're facing? Okay, today morning, who I should face. In the afternoon, what food I take. At night, what time I go to bed. All these are Kutta. Sanchari karma. All right. So like that. So this is activity. But the sin is the one that gives you headache. The sin is punishable by hell. Your karma is punishable by next birth. All the karma you do, that is your next birth you suffer in this material world. But your sin is punishable. Okay, the word is punishable. All right? Punishable in hell. So it is the one that hinders, that give you, it's not bringing you out. But now, by chanting even in Namabhasa, all sinful effects are destroyed. When all these things destroyed, one can attain liberation. From where? From this material world. So all the effect of Kali Yuga overcome. All the effects of Kali Yuga can be overcome. By chanting at this stage, all anxieties will go. Peace can be obtained. All that peace, even in Namabhasa, not properly chanting, even is clouded with little effect. All the sins destroyed. Can attain liberation, can go to heaven if you want to. Right? Even can get liberated from material world. All the effect of Kali Yuga can be overcome. Even chanting at this stage, all the anxieties will go away. Even you don't have peace of mind, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And peace can be obtained. And next thing, evil influence of ghosts, demons, spirit, or unfavorable planet is nullified. Mark this statement. Evil influence, all the evil, terrible influence of what? Ghosts. Right? If the person is possessed by ghosts, or some demoniac people around you, torturing you, spirit, duratma, that is okay lah, forget it lah. But the thing that every one of us are so scared, unfavorable planet, Yelra Sani, Ashtama Sani, Janma Sani, Rahu Desai, Kedu Desai, Kedu Desa, Rahu, Kedu, Mahadasa, finish, Mahadasa, finish. Right? Everybody's so afraid. When they come Guru Perchi, when the planet Guru move from one house to another house, oh my God, it's once a year affair. Everybody will go and make the astrologer rich. Tell me according to my planet, the Guru changed. The planet Guru moved to my new house. What happened to me? According to my Rasi Nakshatra. Then comes Elra Sani, 2.5 years once, the Sani moved to one house, from one house to go to the next house. If it's Elra Sani means 7.5 years of Tadangal. Tadangal means what? 7.5 years of challenges. Sani will make everything go slow motion. Sani will make sure that you won't get anything wonderful things, right? Then you see every Saturday, all the fellows will go to the Saniswaran and start to worship. Oh Lord, please get rid of me. Don't torture me. Right? Sani. 7.5 years still okay. But if it's 2.5 years, Ashtama Sani, you know what will happen? The 7.5 years torture will be shrink to 2.5 years. It's even be worst. And Janma Shani, finish. I think it stays with you for what? 30 years or something like that. Or something. Mahadasa. Sani Mahadasa gone. What happened if Rahu and Kedu? If Rahu sits in the house of profit, it's like a magnifying glass. If the magnifying glass sits on the heart of profit, it will magnify. You'll be very profitable. If the Rahu sits in the house of disease, the small disease will become very big. A simple disease can become so fatal. But what happened Kedu? Kedu sits in the house of profit. Kedu means it shrinked everything. Rahu magnify, Kedu shrink. If he sits in the house of profit, finish, bankrupt. Your big fortune will disappear. If the Kedu sits in the house of disease, a person can go through a dread disease. Life-threatening, stage 4 cancer. Doctors say cannot survive, sure die. But if the Rahu sits there, zoop, the disease will disappear. Like that is a complicated world out there. And we are all basically, everybody is so afraid. Oh my God. But now, my dear Prabhus and Mothers, Haridas Thakur is mentioning these in front of Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya, he praised Lord Chaitanya, my dear Lord, I am speaking all these by your influence. You are coming to my tongue and making me to speak. In that he says, evil influence, ghost, demon, spirit, even unfavorable planet. What? Is it minimized? No. Nullified. Nullified means what? Totally destroyed. So if you think you have all this kind of problem, the only solution you can do from going around that Navagraha or go to this, what they call one place in India, you know, there's one place in India, they've gone pray to Lord Sunny, or go to Kumbakonam, where you see all that 9 planetary go around, or go to the South India, Devi Patnam, where all the things is in the sea. You go down the sea and go around, swim around that 9 planet, pray, please release me. No, it doesn't work. Just chant Hare Krishna. Everything is nullified, my dear Prabhus. Mark this statement. Keep it clear in your mind. When you chant Hare Krishna, I have no fear of anything. Because even I'm doing it not doing properly, I am very confident. Because this is the statement of Nama Acharya Haridas Thakur after being inspired by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he says, even the resident of hellish planet, even some by bad fortune, if a person falls into the hell, they can achieve liberation by chanting in Namabhasa. So we should practice this so we won't forget. Oh Krishna, Hare Krishna, they whack, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, palm, you are liberated. Even in Namabhasa, hellish, resident of hellish planet can achieve liberation by chanting in Namabhasa. Why? Because Namabhasa destroy the effect of sinful activity. We are stuck in hell because of sin. When we chant in Namabhasa, the effect is destroyed. Effect of sinful activities of what? Which already committed. Prarabdha karma. For this reason, Namabhasa is even more powerful. Please underline this statement. Then the Vedas and all holy places, my dear Prabhus and mothers. Just think how fortunate are you here talking and listening about this. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for coming and talking about this. You are encouraging me to speak about this. I'm learning also. I think in my previous talk, I don't remember reading all this. Vaishnava Prabhu, do you remember this?
No, Prabhu. I am also
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, but now,
Anything about this, Prabhu?
yeah, that's why when I'm reading this, I'm so surprised. When last year when we did this, I don't remember seeing this.
I've
Maybe Krishna.
understood everything, but still I don't remember underlining.
Exactly, Prabhu. Yeah. See, now is Krishna is revealing the secret to us, Prabhu.
Yeah.
I am feeling great ecstasy now. Namabhasa destroy. Prarabdha karma. Namabhasa is even more powerful, my dear Prabhus and mothers, than the Vedas and all holy places.
I'm sometimes thinking about the devotees who once they attended the first time, they didn't come for the second time. They are great losers, Prabhu.
Maybe you should put that statement in the group, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu, because I'm sure I don't remember even a bit of this, Prabhu.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm seeing this, I was thinking, how come we didn't notice this in our previous talk? Wow.
Yeah, Prabhu,
Haribo.
because this is always fresh, always ever fresh. That's why it's
Yeah,
transcendental.
understand, Prabhu. But this statement, I don't remember reading it in our
Yeah.
first attempt. You were there, right, Prabhu?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first time
You go through
last year?
first time. Yeah.
But this is something new, right? Oh my God.
Very releasing after hearing again.
It is even more powerful than the Vedas.
Yes.
Like some people say, oh, I'd rather sit and study the Vedas. Sahasra, Sirsa, Purushaha. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of anything. But it is more powerful than the Vedas. It's even more powerful than the holy places. But I remember talking about this, whenever I go for any funeral or any bhajan, they say, hey, you don't have any other song to sing? No. Why only Hare Krishna only? Different tune. They'll be sitting Hare Krishna, okay? Then they want me to sing some cinema song. Mukunda, something Govinda, like, the Kamal Hassan's movie, right? I said, I'm here not doing any kacheri. I'm not doing any performance here. Then they asked, why are you chanting? He said, wherever we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, all that nonsense things will fly away. All auspiciousness will come here. All the 33 million devatas will be here. 33 கோடி தேவர்கள் எல்லாமே இங்க வருவாங்க. All 33 million devatas will be here. All the auspicious serpents, nagas, apsa, all the auspicious, when all auspicious things comes here, what do you think will happen to the soul of the disease? The disease? Right? But I remember reading it that I'm talking. But now I'm feeling it. The Namabhasa is even more powerful than the Vedas and the holy places. The next statement, it surpasses, it goes beyond all materialistic pious activities of karma kanda. It surpasses all the materialistic pious activity. What you can do in your life, please tell me. How much food can you cook and give to the poor? How much money you can sacrifice to help the poor? How much money that you can adopt? How many children can you adopt in an orphanage? How many cows you can adopt? How? How many places in India can you visit? Right? As I told you the good news, right? I'm so grateful that I've been released from bankruptcy. Now I'm planning, okay, let's go to India. But of course, this year, my children having STPM and SPM, so I think, never mind, 2027, I'm going to India. But now what happened? My knees are killing me. I'm having a severe knee pain, right? All my previous injury in hockey, I was a hockey player. All the injuries are coming in. I'm just thinking, how can I go? I was telling my wife, do you think I can go on Vrindavan Parikram? Right? Do you think I can put my leg like this for 5.5 hours flight from Ipoh, from Malaysia to Delhi? Or if I take the tempo, whatever truck, whatever things, can I just go around just by bending my knee? That was my lamentation for the past few days. But now I feel Krishna is telling this. So when we chant Hare Krishna, it is even more auspicious. Right? Because the holy name is invested with Krishna's transcendental energy. Is invested, all the transcendental energy, Ladini Shakti of Krishna is inside this holy name. Even by chanting, even, the word even, please mark the word, even by chanting in Namabhasa, one can attain the goals of Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. To achieve the goal of Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, people are spending millions of dollars doing a lot of things. But simply chanting the Namabhasa, he can attain the goals of Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. And the cherished aim of Varna Ashram. In Varna Ashram, what we want to achieve the most, the cherished aim, also achieved. The chanting can give one the position of happiness in the material universe. We are not talking about material world. In the material universe. It is the only resort for the helpless, my dear Prabhus and mothers. See yourself. I am in anxiety. I am in stress. Children are not listening. I'm feeling so helpless. But this is for those helpless, this is the only resort. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, are you there?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Now the statement that you wanted to know. One can go up to the border of Vaikuntha planet by this chanting. What is that border of Vaikuntha planet? You can go up to
The core
of the world. You can go up to that border. Of course, you cannot go enter Vaikuntha if you are Namabhasa. Please underline this statement. Write it somewhere. One can go up to the border of Vaikuntha planet by this chanting. My dear Prabhus and mothers, just see this.
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hello.
Yes.
You use the word core. How does that? Can you diagram it for me? What do you mean by core, bro? The core of the apple is the center of the apple.
No, the core of the universe is center. No, that is one. But you know the shell, the core, they also call that core, right?
If you take an apple, it's a core of the apple.
Okay, now when you look at this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What do you call this area? It also called it core, right? Core.
Core is the center, bro. Center of the circle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The center of the circle we call as core.
Oh.
But there's a because I remember reading it somewhere. It's a core of the universe.
The one you're showing is the outer covering, the seventh covering, Babu.
Yeah, the seventh covering. But even in Bhagavatam also, in Canto 2, when Prabhupada explains, it's the core of the universe.
I'm getting confused because you use the word core. But if it's you think that's it, okay, it's all right with me.
No, but Prabhupada also mentioned core, right? Do you remember reading it?
I don't remember, Babu.
Okay. Because I remember reading it, the core of the universe.
Yeah.
All right, like when you talk about you know that whose name? Bali Maharaj.
Yeah. Babu.
All right. Who's that? Who's that incarnation of Krishna? What is his name?
Balina, Vamana Dev.
Vamana Murti. Vamana Murti, one leg will go up to the core of the universe and crack the shell. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack the shell, Babu. That's a word. It's a correct the shell. That's a
Yeah, but I remember reading it, go to the core of the universe and crack the shell.
No, he extends his leg, so the shell of the universe is broken.
Yeah.
And the river, or the Ganges River.
The core. Okay. Yes, correct, Prabhu. I think I'm using wrong words all this while.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for realizing. Okay, it's not the core of the universe. It goes.
Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
sometimes last time we go for geography, history, we say the core of the earth. So what is the core of the earth? So they also divided to layer, you see.
No, the core means the middle part, right?
Not exactly, but of course is tentative, is directed to a middle part. But if the core of the earth, that means the earth crust, earth crust, means that there's many layers lah, a few layers, until
But the
that
thing is,
that is
outside or inside?
so the overall thing we call the core of the earth, also.
Core of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
no problem. Thank you so much. Yeah, because I remember reading as core of the universe. But
Correct.
what Prabhu say also makes sense is the core means is the middle. Yeah, and what Vaishnav, Chaitanya Daya Prabhu, you're saying also right. The core has many layers. Yes. Anyway, all right. Okay. So whatever it is, now we understand one can go up to the border of Vaikuntha planet. Prabhu, you understand what is the border? That means the
Yeah.
outer shell.
Yeah.
Because after you come out of this, you go to Viraja river, then you go to Vaikuntha planet.
Prabhu,
All right.
ask one
Yes.
thing, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Where is the Karana Ocean, Prabhu? Is it in
Are that is we will discuss as we go on, Prabhu. Karana ocean we discuss later.
No. Is it the spiritual world or material world?
Material world.
When I say Bhagavatam class, now, Prabhu, I asked that question. He said material world, and the evening
it is.
apologized, saying that no, it is a spiritual world.
No, because after Viraja, only spiritual world.
No, Karna Ocean. Karna Ocean
Correct.
is Mahavishnu is sleeping in his own water.
Yes.
His own body water. So he says that is spiritual world. Spiritual sky.
No, Prabhu. I mean,
That Prabhu in the morning said it is in the material world. Casually he said that.
Who said that?
Evening he sent a note to me saying that no, it is in the spiritual sky.
No, because.
And then I Google it is yes, Prabhu.
Spiritual sky?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all under spiritual sky because all these are under that Vaikuntha planet, spiritual sky. Yes, fair enough.
Karna Ocean, Prabhu. Garbho Daksha Ocean is material world.
Okay, since you asked that question, I need to explain that. All right, now let's look at this. Can you see the yellow color thing?
Yeah.
This is spiritual sky. Okay?
Yeah.
Can you see the black thing here?
Yeah.
It is material universe.
Yeah.
Where is the material universe situated now?
In the spiritual sky.
Correct. You got it?
Material sky.
Huh?
Come again by your question?
Where this black dot is in spiritual sky? Is it within the spiritual sky, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That black thing is called as material sky. The black thing is material world, material universe, Prabhu.
Yeah, I'm with you, Prabhu.
And where the material universe situated?
In the spiritual sky.
And in this material universe, the blue thing is called Karna Dakshai Ocean. Where is it situated?
Prabhu, I actually was in doubt. That is why I asked that, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So
Now,
evening, sorry. Mahavishnu is from the spiritual world, and then only he comes to Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Correct. So it is in spiritual sky is correct. Because the material universe is in the spiritual sky. Okay? Are you following me?
I'm following you, but yeah, Prabhu.
Now, the blue color dot is Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Yeah.
It is in the material sky.
World, yeah. Sky.
And here there is a river, Viraja.
Viraja River.
So once you come out of this place, you cross this Viraja river, then only you enter into the spiritual sky. So when you take bath in Viraja,
Where is
get
Karana
it.
Ocean, Prabhu?
Where?
Where is the Karana Ocean?
There's the blue color dot.
That you told me is Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Prabhu.
No, Karnadakshayi. It's a blue color is actually the Karnadakshayi, where Lord Vishnu is lying there.
Okay, okay.
So Karnadakshayi is still within the material universe. From there, it produces lot of universes. Lot of this thing within the material sky. Okay.
Yeah.
Once we want to come out of this place, we have to come out, enter the Viraja river. Then we give up all our material condition. Then we go to Vaikuntha.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that'll be the discussion in Bhagavatam. All right. Okay. Right. Now, okay. Let's move on. Now we see what we can understand. The only resort is for the helpless is chanting. One can go up to the border of Vaikuntha planet by this chanting. Border. But you can never enter Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means pure chanting. But even unattentive with defect, with little clouded chanting, with little effect, you can go up to the Vaikuntha planet. Then, scripture recommend, the Shastra says, recommend the name as the process for Kali Yuga in particular. So when we are born in this Kali Yuga, we are all considered very, very, very lucky. Because other Yuga, you have to take a lot of process. All right. So now, what happened? Namabhasa as unintentional pious activity can be classified in 4 types. All right. So this is Sanketa, Parihasa, Stoba, and Hela. Sanketana, Sandegam. Parihasa means over endeavoring. Stoba and Hela. All right. So all these things we're going to discuss tomorrow morning, Tuesday at 9:15 in the morning. We're going to continue in Namabhasa as unintentional pious activity. Okay. What happened when unintentionally pious activity is classed into 4 types? What are the classes? That will be the discussion tomorrow. So now, today, the thing that we have discussed, and I am in great ecstasy for understanding this, that is, all right. So what are the things that I feel so ecstatic? The holy name is infested with all the transcendental quality of Krishna. All right. Even chanting in Namabhasa, one can simply, all right, you can attain the goals of Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. And it's also a cherished aim for Varna Ashram. The chanting can give one the position of happiness in this material universe, not only the world. And this is the only resort for the helpless. Okay, you can go up to the border of Vaikuntha planet with this chanting. Right? And this scripture recommend this for the process of Kali Yuga. The only way we can attain all these things. All right. So in this few distinct, we start to understand how Lord Chaitanya influencing Haridas Thakur to say this thing out. He wants the devotee to say, and Lord Chaitanya approves it. So there is no doubt about all these things. With this, I'm in great ecstasy. I believe all of you in great ecstasy. And please put a statement. I want you to write down today in the group how you felt about today's session, and also say, you also can write down like what Prabhu said. Those who are not going to watch this video is going to be the big losers. All right. So you gain this knowledge. I feel this thing, because if I go to write down, of course, there's no impact. But when you go to write down in your own words, you're going to encourage people to read or listen to this talk. Right? Because like some people say, I have already attended the class last time, or since you are repeating the class, no big deal. It's not that way. Today, as what Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu said, as what they call Cheong Prabhu, who's initiated him, Chaitanya Daya Prabhu, said, we don't remember reading it in our previous attempt. It looks like something new. Because this is what Krishna intention to reveal this knowledge to us. Please write down your testimony, write that in the group. Right? If you think you don't want to write, at least put a voice note. It's very important. All right? Because we are studying, there's a two-way communication. It's not I'm lecturing, you're listening. Put it up in the group. I want you to write down, or I want you to type down and put it in the what they call, either if you're what they call in the Srimad Bhagavatam group, right? Wrote it down. So let people see, wow, I missed this session and I don't want to miss it. I want to watch this video. All right. So be the instrument. Okay. So with that, we end the session. Now we open for question.
If people ask me, what is Namabhasa? Those days I can't answer, Babu.
Yeah.
Now I can tell you exactly what is Namabhasa, Babu.
Prabhu. You are my big motivation, Prabhu. Vaishnava Kripa.
I mean, even my brother, who was 88 years old, asked me, what is Namabhasa? I couldn't answer, Babu. So he pushed me off like that. He's a devotee. He was the one who brought me here, Babu.
Where is he? Is he in Malaysia or what, Prabhu?
He's Telintan chap, Prabhu.
Oh, Telintan. Okay.
Now he's settled near my house in Puchong, Prabhu.
Nice. Great. Like when I went, yes, Rajendran Prabhu.
Oh, I'm a new comer for Hare Krishna. I'm also very pious, reading all these scriptures. Even Namabhasa, which I don't know earlier, now come to understand what is Namabhasa. Pious, maybe chanting, wrongly chanting, but still can attain the Krishna consciousness, and even much more powerful. That's written here, more powerful than the Vedas and the holy places. Awesome. Huh?
Very good. Fantastic. Yes, awesome.
Prabhu, one more question about this Prakapta Karma, the three types. Can you tell me? I want to write down something.
Aprarabdha.
A-P.
P-R-A.
P-R-A.
Aprara. R-A.
R-A.
B.
T.
B. Boy.
Boy. B.
D-H-A.
Repeat.
Denmark, Holland, America.
America. The next second one.
You remove the A in front. Prarabdha.
Prarabdha. The third one.
Kutta. K-U-T-A. Or century.
K-U-T-A. P-A. P-A. Thailand. Sorry. K-U-T-A. Kutta.
Or you also call as century. S-A-N.
S-A-N.
C-H.
C-H.
A-R-I.
A-R-I. Century.
Century karma.
This is all the previous karma.
No. Aprarabdha. Yeah, all these are previous karma. Aprarabdha, all the karma that you see, every time you get some, say like for instance, when you are a policeman, when you underwent a training, you get one experience. Then you get a first posting, say in one place, Kepong or you get one experience in Kapong. Then you come and work in a policeman in Ipoh, you get one experience. Like that, all that experience accumulate. They call aprarabdha.
All the three type of karma.
No, listen. All that place that you work, you get experience.
Okay.
That experience called aprarabdha.
Okay, right.
Now you have been promoted as the, say, like as an inspector, or maybe you promoted as a DSP, deputy superintendent. So what do? All that experience that you have, you are applying it now in managing the policeman. So this called as prarabdha.
Okay.
Are you following me? I'm
Yes,
giving
Prabhu.
easy way for you to understand because you're a policeman. I'm giving you an easy understanding for you. All the places that you work in your life is called aprarabdha. And now you have taken a leadership position as DSP. Now you take the experience and apply. We call prarabdha. You got it?
Yeah.
And now you're sitting in the police station. You are encountering with one policeman, an inspector coming and talking to you on a daily basis. They call as Kutta or Sanchari. Purida?
Understood.
So all that accumulated experience in all your life is called prarabdha. When you take birth in this life as Rajendran, you take a portion of that is called prarabdha. That means you born to this father, you born to this mother, you born on this date. This is going to be your character. You're going to marry this person called Valliyamma. You're going to have 2 children, one as a boy, one as a daughter. This is much of grandchildren you're going to have. All these things are all it's like a written. It's like a drama. We call that as prarabdha. Purida?
Accumulated from the previous.
No.
Yeah, a portion of it, a portion.
Yeah. Accumulated is aprarabdha. Now you are taken in this birth as Rajendran, this character Rajendran, married to Valliyamma, having a father like this, mother like that is called prarabdha.
Understood.
Okay? Now you are having encounter with your son. Your son don't listen to you. Or your daughter don't listen to you. Or you're talking to your neighbor. That is called kutta. Daily activity is called kutta karma.
Administrative role.
Whatever.
Clear, understood. Clarity.
Right. Or in other words, please don't write down, just listen only. I know you're writing it down, you're getting confused. All right? Just in other words, your jadagam is aprarabdha. Your jadagam.
Okay.
Your astrology is aprarabdha. Now, once you have taken birth, your jadagam, your rasi is prarabdha. In the rasi la, okay, what are the things you're going to do? What will be your character? Okay, is prarabdha. And your lakna is called kutta. Or you say your palm. Okay, today what's going to happen in my life is kutta karma. Chariya?
Very clear, Prabhu.
Okay. Even to understand this took me many years. Of course, while discussing, I get these ideas. Anyway, it's not a big deal now. Of course, you understand. But now to get rid of our prarabdha, and kutta, what is the way? Is not going around doing this ritual, not doing this, not doing that. Simply chant Hare Krishna, prarabdha destroy, prarabdha destroy. And when you go to the temple, when you clap your hand, your kutta karma all will disappear. That's why when you go to temple, don't stand like a log. Don't stand like a olaka one side. Oh, Hare Krishna, no. Dance. Or at least if you cannot dance, simply clap your hand. Right? Or like a bird. You see a bird, you just clap, all the bird will fly away. When you clap, all the karma will fly away. But if you don't clap, what happened? All the bird that fly away will go and sit on a calm tree. So when you're sitting there doing nothing, all other people's karma will come and sit on your head. It's a joke, huh? It's not the thing. I'm just joking. So like that, clap and chant. Okay. So Rajendran Prabhu, you have a chanting bag beats with you, right? You got a japamala?
Not yet, Prabhu. My
No,
son.
you should get one today. Now, after we hang up the call, please go to the Cintamani center and get your chanting bag and beats now.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can do that? Can you
Yes,
drive
Prabhu.
or this thing?
Can Prabhu.
If you cannot drive, take a Grab. Do it now. Now you have understood. This is going to save your life, save your existence in this material world. You can never wait a second. Once upon we hang up the call, you take a Grab or take a bus or take a drive, just go to the center and says, I want a chanting bag, japa set. Chanting bag, beats, and the counter. You get for you one, get for Valliyamma Mataji one, get this, and immediately today start chanting. Chant the Hare Krishna in Namabhasa. All right? Because now you understand. After knowing this and you're not doing on it, you are considered very, very unfortunate. தெரிஞ்சிருச்சு ஆனா பயன்படுத்தலைன்னா இது நம்ம துரதிருஷ்ட ஸ்தாலி வாயில வர மாட்டேங்குது. You are considered very unfortunate. Knowing, not doing is very bad luck. So please do it, act immediately now. Cheriya?
Yes, Prabhu.
And after you start chanting Hare Krishna, and 1 or 2 days later, I want to hear from you your testimony, how you feel chanting Hare Krishna for the first time. Okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
All right. Any other questions? Oh, it's 11:30. Krishna, I have to do offering. All right. Okay, I have to go now. Time to do offering. All right. So I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for joining us today. You have given me so much of ecstasy. Please write down something about today's class in the group. If you cannot write down, please put a voice message that others who are watching, let them read through. It's encourage others to watch this video, because I think this is amazing. Even I feel in great ecstasy. All right. So if I've offended anyone, please kindly forgive me, because I'm speaking as it is. I'm speaking the truth. I got no intention. I am not doing any showmanship to please anyone's here. I need to deliver the message of the Acharya as it is. If I've offended anyone, kindly forgive me and please bless me so that I can go on doing this program. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha paditanam pavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Have a beautiful day. We meet again tomorrow at 9:50. Till then, have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Have a
Krishna.
nice day.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Gauranga. Hare Bol.